Welcome to your supervisor certification and congratulations on taking your next step in your career with Lifetime Swim. In these modules, you will learn all of the necessary expectations and tools to be successful in your role. By the end of this certification, you should feel confident in all aspects of your role as a supervisor. Again, congratulations on this exciting time in your career.
The supervisor plays a critical role in overseeing the daily operations of the pool area. Here are some of the main areas you're responsible for. Communication. The supervisor needs to be the first in line in communication. It's important to know the members as well as team members and be able to relay communication wherever it's needed throughout your shift. This includes getting to know members, introducing new swimmers to their instructors, coaching and communicating with team members. Safety. You are responsible for making decisions to keep members and team members safe. If the pool ever looks unsafe, close the pool. All team members are current on training, ensuring all team members are upholding the SOPs. Customer service. As the shift leader, you are responsible for the management of the entire pool area, both in and out of the water. This includes handling member concerns, ensuring all team members are delivering excellent customer service, monitoring the cleanliness of the pool. As the supervisor, it is your responsibility to oversee and enforce the SOPs of the pool area. Let's review the main areas of the SOP. In order to lead by example, you should always be in proper uniform. That includes dressed in Lifetime Swim uniform based on the style guide. Always have a swimsuit on, red for family swim and blue for swim programming. Have a name tag properly displayed on your right side across from the Lifetime logo. Make sure you have a radio and a hip pack on. Lastly, you are also responsible for each team member and ensuring they are in proper uniform as well. For example, if a swim instructor is missing a whistle, it would reflect on their instructor evaluation, but also on you as the supervisor. As a supervisor, upholding the safety standards during your shift is your #1 priority. The safety of both members and team members is the primary responsibility in your role. If at any point you feel that the pool area is unsafe, for example, if you are out of ratio, you have the authority to close the pool. As a supervisor and a member of the aquatics leadership team, it's important for you to be prepared for a common question our members ask. What makes Lifetime programs different? Our program offerings can be broken down into 4 main categories. Click on each to learn more. Swim lessons. Lifetime Swim offers the best of both learn to swim and competitive swimming programs. Swim lessons are offered for all ages starting as young as 4 months old and uses our Lifetime Swim curriculum. Our progressive program allows swimmers to advance seamlessly from basic skills into higher level stroke refinement while keeping the same lesson day to day. Our lessons include both group and private lessons, swim clinics, and stroke clinics. Our programs are centered around being convenient, customized, and competitive. Convenient by allowing members to choose a day and time that works in their schedule for their lessons. Parents enroll once and then they're done. No more signing up every few weeks for sessions. Their child will progress through our skills and levels as they master them at the day and time that works best for them and are customized to each child with our progressive programming. Our instructors start working on the next level of skills immediately after a child passes a level. No more waiting until a session finishes for a child to work on the next skills. This approach allows children to progress through our skills faster. Competitive. Once a child progresses through our 601 level, we have competitive USA swimming teams for them to join and continue their swimming. Family swim and open swim. During the week, we offer open swim and family swim hours. These are the hours that families can come and use the pools. The key difference between open swim and family swim is that during open swim, there are other activities going on in the pool at the same time. Typically, this other activity is swim lessons. During open swim, we require all children under 12 to have a parent or legal guardian in the water with them and actively supervising their child, regardless of their swimming ability. The reason we do this is to ensure the kids stay in the designated open swim area and that they don't interfere with the swim lessons to keep everyone safe and uphold the standard of our lessons. During family swim, the entire pool is reserved for family swim. If a child under 12 can pass the 25-10 swim test, then they will receive a yellow wristband and their parent or legal guardian only needs to remain in front of the body of water that the child is swimming in. If a child chooses not to take the 25-10 test or does not pass, they are required to remain within 10 feet of their parent. As a supervisor, it's up to you to help enforce these policies consistently and coach team members who are not enforcing them so that we can be consistent with our members. Swim team. Our swim teams offer both recreational and competitive options for swimmers to progress from our lesson programs to our competitive swim teams. In the summer, we offer recreational swim teams that allow any kids in the 401 levels and above to get a taste for what the swim team is like. Year-round, our USA competitive swim teams provide the benefit of practicing in a smaller, more intimate environment at the club level. But in many of our markets, we join all of our clubs together to compete as one large team. We also offer our swimmers a consistent location and practice time for swim team, as well as state-of-the-art fitness facilities the parents can use while their child is on swim team. Adult swim. Our adult swim programs help our members improve their swimming no matter what their ability level. We help to improve swimmers' technique and athletic performance through professional coaches and instructors. Members can start at any level and move towards their goals with the enthusiastic support of our aquatics community. Our adult programs include both group and private adult swim lessons, as well as master's swim.
So as a supervisor, I like to promote it in a fun, exciting way. I have a 3-year-old myself and another young one, so I really try to engage parents and tell them how we excel and how we are different from other programs. I know we've got a lot of competitors out there, so I really try to hit on the key points of what makes us different and unique than all of our competitors out there.
Some of the ways that I end up promoting our swim lessons is by utilizing the 3 C's. The first C stands for convenient. Every parent wants their child to be able to swim, so we make it easy for them by offering swim lessons at our club. They're customized, so every single child will only progress when they are ready to progress. And then every single swim lesson has a certain set of skills that the child is going to learn before they advance. And then they are competitive. So right after finishing our highest level of swim lessons, the child has the option to go right into our competitive swim team where they can learn to become a better swimmer.
So when somebody asks about our program versus other competitors, we like to stress that our program is a continuous program, and all of the children progress at their rate. We don't have sessions where you start and stop programming. They're continually learning and they stay in the program until they are proficient swimmers or they move to our swim teams.
So one common question is what makes us unique, and that is that we are a progressional program. We are month to month, we are not quarterly, and I like that and get excited about that because kids aren't held back then. They always go forward and we move at the child's pace. Also, they get a unique relationship with their instructors. So they get to really know their instructors, and kids that know their instructors and build that relationship and that trust tend to thrive and do a lot better than if they're changing instructors quarterly or however other programs run it.
So when working with members and promoting our programs, we like to get to know our kids first. If we get our kids excited about our program, usually the parents are on board.
Now that we've reviewed the basics of the supervisor role and overview of our Lifetime Swim programs, let's shift our focus to the skills you need in order to be an effective supervisor. Create relationships with your members. This means getting to know both the parents and the children. Don't just learn their name. Ask questions and build a relationship with them. Be present on the pool deck throughout your entire shift. Manage the lifeguards, swim instructors, and coaches during your shift. Complete and coach your team members through evaluations, quick checks, and lifeguard critiques. Bring your personality to work. Own your area.
As you know, safety is always our first priority. As a supervisor, you will have a variety of different decisions to make in regards to keeping our swimmers safe. A few examples of this include maintaining appropriate ratios, keeping our places and spaces safe, and ensuring all team members are fulfilling the expectations of their role.
As the supervisor, you need to be able to recognize situations in and out of the water. You are responsible for making decisions to keep members and team members safe. If the pool ever looks unsafe, close it. Let's look at some of the common examples of reasons to close the pool. 5 minutes before swim lessons begin, a swimmer has diarrhea in the pool. Follow the EAP for fecal incident. A big part of problem solving is knowing how to utilize those around you to work together towards the solution. In this scenario, it's important that the supervisor delegates tasks to the swim instructors or other team members to ensure a quick solution. Have one team member contact the front desk to make them aware of the lesson cancellation and pool closure, and have them assist with posting a notification on the club's webpage. Have another team member posting signs that lessons have been canceled and the pool is closed. Have an additional team member notify any other team members that need to come in later now that the pool is closed. Be sure to notify them what time the pool will reopen and what time they should come in. By delegating these tasks, it allows you to have the time to begin to call families to inform them of the swim lesson cancellation. Scenario: you are notified that a member has passed out in the sauna. Follow these steps. 1. First person to respond blows the whistle. Ensure the victim is being taken care of by the appropriate amount of lifeguards. 2. Remaining team, either lifeguards or instructors, are in charge of clearing the pool of all members. Everyone must vacate from the pool deck and into the change rooms. Members should not and cannot assist with the situation, even if they insist and say, "I'm a doctor" or "I'm a paramedic." They are not lifetime team members. 3. Instructors remain with their class until they can confirm the children are handed off to the parents. 4. While you clear the pool area, the lifeguard and team attending to the victim will continue to perform first aid as required by the situation. Ensure the team members providing care to the victim are not interrupted as the pool area is cleared. 5. Call 911 and code 100 if necessary, and then contact the GM and the aquatics manager. Determine the extent of the incident with your GM and aquatics manager, and if remaining programming needs to be canceled. If so, collect a team to help you call the remaining members to notify them that the classes are canceled. Have your MSM or your ops manager post an emergency bulletin online. That way we can notify members that the pool will be closed for the duration your GM and your aquatics manager determine is needed. 6. If 911 was not called and the aquatics manager agrees the situation has been resolved, you may reopen the pool and continue lessons. 7. If 911 was called, you must wait for them to completely depart the pool area. Ensure all safety equipment is replenished, the team is prepared, and everyone is okay to continue working. Then you may reopen the pool if you're approved by your aquatics manager. 8. If the situation at any point involves CPR, 911 must be called immediately. The pool deck is automatically closed for the remainder of the day, and all swim programming, including open swim and family swim, is canceled. This is due to the severity of the situation, as the team members who are a part of the CPR and rescuers are automatically given the rest of the day off. Culture of care means putting the success and well-being of our team members first, connecting personal success to company success, and increasing engagement to positively impact the team members' experience. Culture of care. Our team members are our #1 asset. It's the passion and dedication from each of our team members that enables Lifetime to change the lives of our members. Make them feel cared for and valued. Team members who feel valued are motivated to perform at a higher level and are more satisfied with their job as well. Helping team members grow and develop their careers, putting your team members first, ensures we're building up the next generation of Lifetime leaders. Retaining top talent. Showing our team members that all of our hard work is appreciated is the best way to keep your top performers at Lifetime. Inspiring your team. To be a successful supervisor, you need to inspire your team. Being a leader is the art and practice of inspiring, energizing, while also facilitating the learning and development of each team member. When your team feels encouraged and energized in their role, it will trickle down to the members and create an overall better experience. Providing feedback. Later on, we will dive into the different methods supervisors provide formal feedback to team members, such as lifeguard critiques and swim instructor quick checks. When giving feedback to your team, make sure it's quality and effective. Quality feedback encourages, focuses on improvement, and creates trust and cooperation. Bad feedback does not motivate, focuses on blame, and creates defensiveness and confrontation. Before family swim or swim lessons, have a quick team gathering to connect. This is an opportunity for significant coaching. Not only is this your opportunity to inform your team members of what their shift may look like, but it's also your opportunity to coach. You may include things like anything that needs to be covered before your shift, any changes or pool issues to be aware of. Use this time to get them motivated and excited for the day. At the end of each shift, be sure to include what some of the great moments were. Praise those who deserve it. Never leave unhappy. Always resolve any issues before the team member leaves. If team members had an evaluation done on them and you have yet to discuss it, ensure you do so before they leave. Scenario: a lifeguard does not have their uniform and their shift is about to start. How should a supervisor react? Let's go through a couple different options. First, ask questions for understanding of the uniform policy. Then, if your manager has extras, allow them to borrow one for the day. If one is not available, send them home to get their uniform. Utilize the down guard in rotation until they return. If this puts you out of ratio, close down the slides or utilize a non-lifeguard certified team member at the top of the slides if your local state health codes allow. Provide coaching to them on how showing up in uniform is an expectation of the job. This should be noted on their critique for the day. Team member does not show up for their shift. Scenario: an instructor calls you and says they'll be running late for their scheduled shift. How should a supervisor react? Let's go through a couple different options. 1. Prepare the equipment, including the bench, island, toys, and any other equipment needed for the instructor so that as soon as they arrive, they can hop in the water. Serve the member immediately. Never leave them waiting. If the instructor still hasn't shown up, you can either have a spare swim instructor hop in the water and teach the lesson. If a spare instructor is not available, you should get in and start their class. We never want to leave parents waiting for their child's lesson to start. 3. Once the instructor arrives and has a moment, coach them on how they can prevent this from happening in the future. Ask how they can better manage their time and if there's anything that prevents them from arriving on time to their shifts in the future. What are some preventative actions that could be taken to avoid this situation from occurring in the future? Make sure it's been communicated that instructors must arrive at least 10 minutes early. Explain the effect being tardy has on our program, the members, and their participants. Make sure that each instructor communicates with the supervisor sooner rather than later about any tardiness so the supervisor can be prepared. Whenever dealing with member concerns, remember to use I CAN. I CAN stands for identify. Listen to identify the issue or concern. Care. Show genuine empathy and care. Assist. If you are able to, assist the member immediately. Notify. If you are unable to assist, notify someone who can. Let's take a look at some common scenarios when a supervisor will need to use problem-solving skills in order to handle a member concern. Member complaint about a team member. First, introduce yourself to the member and ask for their name. Let them know that you appreciate them bringing their concern to your attention. Inform them you will follow up with a team member and make sure to keep an extra eye out and coach them. Close by thanking them again. After you speak with the member, you should connect with a team member and perform an evaluation. At an appropriate time, review the evaluation and the member's perception. Coach the team member on how to improve and then reevaluate while they are back on shift. If the team member is still not meeting the standard, you may need to provide retraining or connect with the manager on what the next steps should be, depending on the severity of the issue. Poor communication. The supervisor should take complete ownership of the member's experience and let the member know that they will be their primary point of contact. Apologize for any inconvenience and assure the member that you will be on top of any questions or concerns. In a situation like this, over-communication and follow-up are key. Set and send the member calendar reminders and continue to touch base with the member on a periodic basis to ensure that all needs have been met and that they are satisfied with their experience. Assuming you have apologized first, discover what their concern is, beyond the lack of a callback, and address that concern immediately. Also, ask them to verify their contact information so that you make sure you have the right contact information on record. Oftentimes, we have incorrect information in the MMS or in a written message. That leads to this issue escalating beyond just not having time to call them back. If they've been given incorrect information, make sure you understand what they were told. Then apologize for the misunderstanding. Depending on what the misunderstanding is, their emotion will be diffused faster if you offer them something compensatory along with a new explanation of the correct information. You can offer things such as free swim lessons, free private lessons, free swim clinics, or something that doesn't subtract from our revenue greatly. Go back and diagnose with your staff why the miscommunication or lack of communication occurred. Tell them the impact it had on the member, and ask them what we should do differently to get them engaged in a solution that works, and then follow up to make sure it's implemented. There is a responsibility to also make sure your staff is appropriately trained and understands program information, so don't be afraid to go back and retrain on certain topic information that tends to get miscommunicated. Also, tell them clearly what they should be handing off versus trying to handle themselves, and coach them not to give information if they're not 100% sure about it.
You should now feel like you have the necessary tools and knowledge to be successful in your role as a supervisor. This includes coaching and mentoring your team, driving the team member experience, and upholding the safety protocols across all of Lifetime Swim. If you have any questions or need any additional support, please reach out to your aquatics manager, area lead, regional manager, or any of the corporate support team, as we are all here to help and support you in your development. Again, congratulations on your new role as a leader at Lifetime.